Alright, as I'm getting into this build, as I mentioned before, I want to test venting the ejection charge of, we're going to use a G motor for this, venting the ejection charge from the booster to the main airframe. So what I've decided to do was, make a port, and there's the port in place. It's curing right now. Because the concept is that the booster tube, the nose cone, is not going to come out. So that is glued in and currently curing. Even though it's not the right nose cone, but it'll work for this test. Of course, I'm going to have to mount the motor in. I'm going to build the motor mount, put it in there with a retainer, and stick a G engine in it. I'm also going to attach it to a test main airframe, which is the center section of the rocket. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to try this and see what happens, is I've made centering sections that the idea is with these roofing nails coming through. So if you can picture and get the idea that this strip is going to be inside this tube along the center line with holes drilled obviously to line up where these come through. Then in between the tubes is going to be this, which is going to be the spacer. And then I'm going to build another one of these, which will be inside the airframe. So inside the mount tabs, we'll call them, or the centering pins, however we want to look at it, is going to come through the inside of this, through this, into this, with another strip glued into place. Idea being, it's going to be strong enough to take the stresses of a G motor. So what the test is going to do is test my connection, and if the ejection, once it does eject, that pressure will go through the center tube, the main airframe, and eject the parachute. Idea of this is in case there's a failure on the launch pad, and let's say hypothetically the center engine doesn't light, but the two boosters do, I can still recover it and have a safe landing. That is the idea. Once I get this assembled and ready to test, of course we will get a video of that test and see how it holds together. Should be interesting.